Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of our Non-League to Legend Save. And today, as you can see on screen, is a little bit of a different start. We have been offered the Villarreal job in Spain. Now, realistically, it's a sideways move. But Villarreal are a side that are basically completely out of position. They are much bigger club than where they currently sit, and they are a bigger club in my eyes than Leicester City. Now, looking at where they are in the table, they're currently at 11th place in the Villarreal, in the La Liga table, Villarreal are. And they're at 23 games played, 27 points. They're 6 off relegation, but then, however, they are 9. Is that 9? Yeah, 9 of European football and only 11 of the Champions League. Now, the objective would be to finish mid-table, which has already been spoke about, and next season push a little bit higher. And in a few years, they want us to be in the Champions League, and they want us to win some silverware. Now, with Real Madrid, Atletico, and Barcelona in this league, it's not going to be an easy job. But we don't want an easy job. We want a job that will progress us forward. Now, I think we're more likely to win the Europa League with Villarreal over Leicester. Now, there's a few things that are interesting me towards this job. The fact they're a rich club, the fact they've got state-of-the-art facilities, state-of-the-art training facilities and youth. They're obviously rich, like I said, 4-star potential. They've had, obviously, they went down in 2011, 2012. They went back up immediately afterwards. And then they've just been going around the top 6. Then they had one bad season, then 7th, then 10th, then 8th again. And now they finished last year in 15th. And this year, they're going around in mid-table. But they're a huge club. And yes, we might have to take a bit of a wage. But they haven't actually won much things in history either. But yeah, we might have to take a bit of a wage drop to go there. But realistically, I think it'll be a better decision because in England as well, buying players is a lot more expensive. Over in Spain, it'll be a lot cheaper to pick up some players because of the English rates not being a thing over there. The Spanish rates for players, obviously native to Spain, aren't as much because the rules in Spain, the Spanish league, aren't as severe, aren't as stupid basically. Because if we go to now the competitions and go across to this league and then we look at rules, I don't think they've got a specific rule on players in a team. The squad must have no more than 6 players who have been registered for a different team, right? Only players registered for this competition are eligible to play. We get that. I don't think there's any registration rules that will cause us problems over here. So I think, overall, this is a great move. So I'm going to start negotiations. I'm not overly keen on leaving Leicester. I kind of like my job currently, but maybe this isn't a bad move. Alright, well, they're not going to negotiate a wage with us. So I think a 2-year contract here, moving to Valencia. And, yeah, a 15k decrease in wage. But, realistically, I think it might be a good move. So we're going to finalise the deal. We're going to leave Leicester City. We've been very happy here at Leicester. But we're going to leave Leicester now. We've had 2 years at the club. We've enjoyed every second we've been here. We had a little bit of a problem with the old board, but then the new board took over. We did get offered a new contract and everything, but I believe this is the right time to leave. We're leaving Leicester in 7th place in the league. They've got the 3 points off of the Europa League places with a game in hand. We've left them with a very good squad as well. Look at the squad we've left them with. We brought in St. Maximin for them. We gave them Gabriel Veron, Ryan Brewster, Godart. who's another new signing. Sandri, Thomas. They've got an incredible side. Muradi, who's the best player they've actually got, the goalkeeper. And Alain Ogier. Some of these players we might look at bringing in with us. But realistically, we're going to move on now. And hopefully, this will be a good move for us. As you can see here, Villarreal hire Batten as manager in a move which was sure to spark plenty of heated debate. Chris Batten has left the city to join Villarreal. Questions will be raised as why Batten made the decision to change jobs, but he will face pressure to bring immediate success to the Estadio de la Ceramica, given his former employees and previous standing. Leicester will now be looking for a new manager. Leicester will be paid £12.5 million in compensation. So, obviously in compensation money, £12.5 million, which is big. So they've paid a lot of money to take me here. Batten, a Sky League 1 winner with Notts County, brings in a wealth of experience, has earned himself a reputation for signing players under the age of 23, and appears to be a great fit for the club's vision at the stadium. Batten lifted the Sky Bet League 1 with Notts County, and there'll be obviously the conference as well and League 2, but they forget about that. Will be now afforded the chance to enhance his reputation by bringing success into the new club. So, I'm looking forward to this challenge. Alberto Moreno's here. I think I don't know what I'm going to do with him yet. We're just going to apply recommended for a moment. Playing time expected. Right, cool. Youth intake, what's this? There are a few good wingers. We have no defensive. There are a healthier number of fullbacks. This is an excellent group of players. Okay, so that could be an interesting thing for us. And obviously we're going for the mid-table finish. We've got a little bit of a budget, but I believe the transfer window's closed, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, this is our new club. We're going to have a new game. We're going to have our first game of the club in 4 days' time against Leonesa. But yeah, we'll progress forward to the first game as the Villarreal boss. Right, it's time for our first ever game as the Villarreal manager. Now, we don't actually have any idea how this is going to go. Obviously, we know Leonesa are absolutely rubbish. They're at the very bottom of the table. But hopefully, and I say hopefully we do not get absolutely battered today. And I mean, next week, it doesn't get much easier. It's Barcelona away. So fingers crossed we get a victory today, because probably going to lose next week. Well, one of the biggest problems we've inherited joining this club is they've got injuries to Moreno, injuries to Terrer, injury to Onyeka, and they haven't really got a very big squad. And they've also got an injury here to Sapa, who's apparently the goalkeeper. But from what I can see, that is the biggest problem here, because this is the other goalkeeper that I have to pick from, and he's absolutely rubbish. So the biggest problem here at Villarreal is goalkeepers, and we've got all these unregistered players down here, which I'm going to quickly just get rid of them. Hide players that are not at the club. We don't need to see them. But we got a very, very small team. But fingers crossed, we can find a way around this and improve the side. But we've got a lot of youth prospects in this side today. But let's get into this for our first game as Villarreal boss. So the starting lineup for today's game, we've got Jorgensen in goal. Back four of Brito, who's a youngster who's, I believe, he hasn't played much for the club. Bellerdi, I'm going to take a while to learn these names. Carreno or Sereno. Arguelles, Thiago Maia, which I do know him. Monchu as the midfield, these two. We've got Guerrero one side, who is making his debut, I believe. And Javi Ontiveros on the other side, who's captain in the side. Ivan Martin there. And then we've got Santolaya up top. These players are probably going to need nicknames because they're quite difficult to say, but this guy has made one appearance actually for the first side. But let's get into today's game, and fingers crossed we can get the victory as expected. First highlight of the game, and it's going our direction. Monchu on the ball. We're playing on a square pitch, was a bit annoying. Guerra still going, crosses it in, cleared away. Guerra still going, unlucky. Pacheco picks up the ball. Thiago Maia. Brito, unlucky. Good start though, we're starting to pass the ball around Leonesa and look a little bit competitive. Guerra, Monchu in there, Thiago Maia, Pacheco, it was an absolutely awful shot. He's called Pacheco there, but is that Ivan Martin? I think that might be Ivan Martin. But then they take the goal kick. It's out to Rafael Camacho, back to French. French out wide to Perez. Perez gets past our player, crossed it in, they've hit the bar. Free kick, they've crossed it in, and they've hit the bar again, I believe. We're looking very vulnerable. I think we've took a very tough job here, but I believe it's a job that's going to help us progress forward, because I feel like Leicester was just stagnating. So we needed to do something a little bit different to hopefully progress forward as a manager. And if this isn't going to be a long-term project, then fair enough, but it's always worth to take a risk. And this is a big risk, taking this job. Because we were comfortable at Leicester. We were basically at home, really. And we was in a country that we're used to. A league we've managed in. And now we're in the complete unknown over here in Spain with Villarreal. But so far, it's not looking too good. Because Leonesa, a side that are basically the worst in the league, are making us look a bit vulnerable, which does worry me when you play Barcelona the week later. So, fingers crossed, we can find a way to break them down. But highlight after highlight after highlight here at the moment. We're not able to stop talking. It just keeps happening. Rafael Camacho now on the ball. Perez gives it away to Ivan Martin, or Pacheco as the game likes to call him here. Rodri, out to Perez, back to French. Rodri, Camacho, Rafael Camacho, out to Perez. It looks like we could be in trouble here. They cross it in, cleared away. Pacheco, Arguelles, Carreno, Arguelles again, and he loses the ball. Oh my god. They're coming at us again. We just can't get the ball off them. We are being dominated by a side that's really, really quite poor. They've crossed it in, they're 1-0 up. João Victor. Oh my god, what job have I took on here, boys? This might be a mistake. Something ain't right with this side. I know we've got poor goalkeeper. We've got poor players in all positions, really. Well, in most positions. We need to just find a way to make them gel. We cannot be losing to a side like Leonesa. We cannot be losing to this team. Going to go in aggressively for our first team talk at half time. And it's all we can do. We're just playing so poor. Chance. Monchu delivers it in there. Hit the bar. More promising though. It's a start. We're progressing somewhere. We've changed the tactic a little bit. We've gone to playing a middle two now with the DM just in behind them. So hopefully that'll change. Double change here. We're bringing on Acolia, and Nacho Diaz for Santolaya and Rafa Guerra. Chance for Leonesa again. Jorgensen collects that nicely. Kicks it forward. Santolaya. And he scores! Domingo Santolaya with the goal to give us, to get us back level, to be fair. I was about to say to give us a lead, but it's not, is it? It's to get us back level against the side we should be beating. But he is the first goal scorer in our reign here as the Villarreal manager, and he's about to get subbed as well. We're on the ball now. Hopefully we can create a good opportunity from here. Thiago Maia knocks it forward, but then Leonesa collect it again. Lomba. Back to Ahmed. Now it's Rodri. To Lomba. Lomba forward. Belloudi collects it for us. Thiago Maia. On to Veros. Still going. Poor ball though, and Verhe's away. Verhe, just wide of the target. You're going to hear a lot of pronunciation that is wrong whilst we manage this club, but fingers crossed we can get better and better and better, nickname some players, bits and pieces, but it looks like we're going to pick up a draw here against Leonesa in our first game as the Villarreal manager. It's not great. I'm going to say I'm not happy. It's not great at all, but at the end of the day, it's a point. We haven't lost our first game, which I was getting worried about there midway through that game, and we remain mid-table. So that's okay. We can live with that. But let's go and see where you'll be rejoining us next, which will be for a La Liga game, because no longer in Europe. And I think we're not going to bother with those two, because that'll just be horrific. We're just going to go to Osasuna and Real Sociedad. So the next episode will be Osasuna. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode, and if you're excited for the new adventure, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I've been Chris12LFC, and I'll see you later.